All right. Word. What is up? Happy Saturday. Let me just do this. Well, you know what? I could just do it over here. Word. How is the world doing today? I hope everybody is good. The YouTube stream is live. The Twitch stream is live. I really like this. I know it's loud. I really like this 80s synth pop. It's like a poppy, happy, fun. Twitch is live. Kick is live. Let's see something. Okay, 15, save. Alright, looking good, everything is live. Stream health good. Analytics good. Alright. Saturday. Let me check here. Kick still good. Twitch still good. Alright, cool. Twitch is good. YouTube's good. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Again, happy Saturday. Sorry, I am late. 12:30 is not my 10 o'clock goal, but it's Saturday. And we're working. Just got stuff to do, you know? You know, like life. But that's cool, it's cool. So, today we're writing a book called Mercenary, Reincarnated as a Chef. This is book 3 of a 3-book series. Mercenary, Reincarnated as a Chef, for publisher Athon Books. Yesterday, if you watched the stream, I gave a recap of what happened in books 1 and 2 and what happened so far in book 3. I'll be doing that every Friday. And yeah, so if you want to see that, go ahead and watch the last stream. And for today, we are at 80,528 words. Today's word goal will be 2,500 words. That'll put us at 83,028. So at the end of the day, 8328, 500 words a half hour, 1,000 words an hour, put us at 2.5 hours or less. We're talking 3 o'clock or less, hopefully earlier. I hope it's earlier than 3. I'd like to be done around 2. 2 o'clock would be solid. Each day I give out a writing tip. Today's writing tip: embrace the suck. That is a David Goggins, Jocko Willink stoicism quote, but even if you don't want to do it, just do it. And when you're doing it, even if it sucks, hey, what else are you gonna do? You know, nobody else is gonna make you do it. No, there's nobody out there making you do anything. So I am now gonna write. Recap yesterday. So today we'll begin with where we left off. Yesterday we left off with Lou and company breaking up into their teams and getting ready to assault the inner circle of Helter Skelter, the second circle of Helter Skelter, the inner wall. And this one is basically big badass undead and vampires and so they're loaded up with vampire gear along with their regular gear, and they're going to kill some monsters. They found out when they went to attack that they're super fucking OP, so they're just running through bitches. I'm cussing, I don't know why. Cussing is a sign of a tired brain. Also, it's a sign of when no other word will suffice. Sometimes, people, contrary to belief, I hate this comment. If you swear words are just lazy writing, sometimes, and sometimes in real life, people swear. Everybody, even people who don't want to swear, still do. So like sometimes a swear word is appropriate. It's just when you use it. There's a good tip for a day. Swear words are appropriate situationally, not all the time. And I think I said this before, less is more sometimes. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's get going. I think we got I think we're ready. Let's do this. Let's see. Is this the last page? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the last page. Okay. This is the last page. I will read a few paragraphs and we will get going. Let me just double check the streams and make sure we are good, because I will not be answering or looking at the chats or the streams during my writing, okay? Everybody knows that. There's only like 5 of us that watch me. There's only like 5 of us, man. So, or 8, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Sorry, cussing again. So yeah. Okay. Looks good. Let's do this. For anybody in the chat and watching, I will pull up Twitch Kick chats at the end and YouTube chat, and if anybody has any questions or anything, says anything, I'll look at that at the end and whatever breaks I take. I think today I'm gonna take less breaks because it's such a late start. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's ride. His grin never faltered, nor did his pace, as he mumbled repeatedly while squeezing the triggers. Front sight, bang, front sight, bang, front sight, bang. It was a silly mantra he'd learned from his he'd picked up from his first range instructor during boot camp. That it had stuck with him for his entire life afterward was a testament to that trainer's teaching ability and the mantra's effectiveness. For Lou, it was a breathing and timing aid, and it worked great. A zombie lord's head exploded like a watermelon, followed by a pair of slugs dropping a nightmare, with a direct hit to the head and one to its chest. Each shot hitting a fiery, burning, a flaming section on the monster that Lou banked on being a vital spot. Treating the experience the same as if he were shooting a horse back home. Not that he regularly tried to shoot horses or anything, but sometimes shit happens. His hypothesis had been correct. The nightmare dropped with 2 giant burning holes of holy light leaking from it. But Lou didn't see, as he had already switched targets. The remaining 20 rounds left in his spatial storage went as fast as he could aim, fire, and reload with his magical ability. By the time his 2 pistols clicked empty for the final time, on the last round, every undead was down, except the leaders, a trio of stunned-looking vampires. Of stunned and shocked vampires. I don't know, we'll figure that out. Hey guys. How's it going? Lou asked, drawing all 3 of their gazes from their destroyed underlings to his mocking and grinning smile. Human boy, this is your doing, the vampire on the right shouted in a sibilant hissing roar. I will suck the blood from your bones after I flay the skin from your still living body. I take it that you are upset, Lou mocked in reply. The teenager's retort was too much for the undead, for the ancient, for the vampire. Who wasn't used to its prey talking to it that way. Screamed in uncontrolled rage. The teenager's retort was too much for the vampire, who wasn't used to its prey talking to it that way. And screamed in uncontrolled rage. Its claws... Okay. The teenager's retort was too much for the vampire, who wasn't used to its prey talking to it that way, and who screamed in uncontrolled rage and rushed at Lou. As it rushed at Lou. Its clawed hands raised and fangs glistening in the light of the fake moon that hung over the second ring wall. Showing flashing glimpses of the undead, of the powerful undead, as it blinked forward. Ran forward so fast it seemed to blink and phase in and out of existence. That's alright. Lou and the rest of his team, however, were so powered up from their bonuses that they were able, that all of them, even Lou, who was the weakest, was easily able to watch the vampire cross the road as if in slow motion. The old joke even came to Lou as the seconds that it took the monster to reach them felt like minutes, giving him time to have an entire internal philosophical debate about what came first, the chicken, the egg, or the vampire. He had so much mental time that Lou had even finished laughing at his joke internally and summoned his a pair of water balloon grenades to hand with a thought and languidly tossed them where he knew the vampire would be in, so they could catch it mid-flight. It was a derivation of shooting skeet, or clay pigeons as the fellows off. What's that street? That road? That island? As the folks in the Hamptons places like to call them. Lou called them targets. Once we get to 81.5, I'll feel pretty good. Ugh. Anything he shot, targets. That was the best way to cope with killing most things. make sure to reverse anthropomorphize them. Or, for the layman, dehumanize as much as possible. Thinking. Oof. Ah. Oh. Oh. Okay. Here we go. This was why, when the vampire hit the two holy liquid-filled globules, and they exploded in a shower of steam and burning and steam and smoke from the vampire's flesh that had spontaneously combusted. He was able to chuckle and enjoy the feeling of a task well done. The other two vampires did not see the situation the way Lou did, as they screeched in anger while their compatriot screamed in pain for the last few seconds of its miserable life. And repeated the same maneuver as their recently redeceased amigo. Think. Thinking. Let's go, 145. Let's go. They did vary their attacks a bit by weaving in and out with each other as they crossed the distance to Lou and his team, but the variation made little difference, as Lou just doubled his number of water balloons. Okay. Jiggly balls of water floated almost like a daisically through, did I say that before? Through the, yeah, air. The space between Lou through the open space while the vampires sped toward them. Sped on, disappearing and reappearing at seemingly random places as they getting closer and closer by the millisecond. Lou wasn't fooled. Lou played along for a few seconds. Lou stood up to his full 5 feet 8 inches and gave his most patronizing and mocking guffaw and uncaring, standing, with arms akimbo, with arms on hips and seeming zero, in defiance of the attacking vampires. This served to enrage them to the point of to push the monsters to the point of blind rage. They stopped the semblance of tactics and beeline toward Lou with all the strength, power, and speed they could muster. And lips curled up in rage and seething hatred, their fangs glistening in the moonlight, in anticipation. Then they hit the water balloons. Lou had tossed all 4 balloons in the air as he exaggeratedly laughed and put his and spread his arms out akimbo. Unbeknownst to the charging monsters. They quickly found out, though, and their fate was sealed and the same as their companion before them. I've never seen elder vampires taken out so quickly. Marigold mused, coming up to his side with the rest of the team. Messages began to cascade into Lou's HUD. He quickly scanned them and grinned at the priestess. It would seem that we aren't the only ones having success today. Marigold turned and gave him a questioning eyebrow raise. How would you like to play a little game? He asked, the impishness bleeding out of his very essence, despite his valorous attempt to hide his glee. I take it the other teams are doing well? She asked. This time, the impishness. This time, he didn't even try to hide it, and straight out you could say that. Lou said cryptically. Now, about that little game. ... 81, 162. 81, 162. 81, 161. All right. 340, and we're halfway there. That's not right. 340, and we have 1,500 to go. 369. 3, I don't know, fucking 360, whatever. 40, 50, 67, there we go. 367 to get halfway. Over the next few hours, Lou's team Lou and his team had conquered over 7 different territories and had conquered and begun the annexation process with 7 different targets if someone had asked him the day before, Lou would have said he was more than happy with their success. That was before the results, the current standings of his proposed and then accepted competition were released. His team was in dead last. And not by a small margin. Lou growled in annoyance as he read the standings for the 10th time. Let's see. Lanka Fang's team. 9 completions. 9 annexations. Period. Guild Master Urza team. 11 completions. Guild Master, whatever his name is. 15 completions. Ragnar team. Team completion. I say annexations, yeah. Captain Griffiths team. 16 annexations. Smog's team. 17 annexations. Diddy Team. 21 annexations. Demon Ruse. Team. 7 annexations. So his team was so far behind. And what was even more incredible was that Diddy's team was so far ahead of everyone else. Lou made it a point to remember to talk to the wily bonobo princeling after they got back. Oh, stretcher. Oof. How we do win? 179. Let's go. Turned his focus back to the manor house they were currently assaulting. It was under the control of a ancient vampire who was who had kindly relieved it from one of the city's nobles during the tower break. Lou wasn't sure which one. Lady Cecilia and Ladies Cecilia and Monica would probably know, but he didn't care overly much. Just idle thoughts as he waited for Marigold to finish her prayer spell. Her magical prayer attack. What was it called? What was it called? Oh yeah, Gaia something. Gaia's Love. Love prayer. He didn't have to use the full name, but it felt like he was a Japanese superhero in the 1990s, calling out the name of his strike. He even toyed with the idea of naming of shouting out each time he pulled the trigger on his shotgun. Feel the wrath of my boomstick. Or here comes the boomstick. But eventually, Lude shelved the decision for another day. Or a derivation of, comma, but eventually for now he stood side by side with Pavlov and the brother and the twin Tanukis and spray the stunned ancient vampire with air pressurized jets of holy water. I will eat I will feast on your the ancient vampire croaked, unable to finish his words as his jaw and head and then melted into the puddle of ooze the rest of his body had become. Lou walked slowly forward, his super soaker muzzle going from left to right as he scanned for any still moving enemies. He reached the puddle of ancient vampire goop and crouched down, staring at the little bit of its face that was still together, just an eye and a portion of its nose and forehead. A reverse Phantom of the Opera mask. and then laughed as insipidly as he could. Ancient Vampire's eye widened in anger, even to its last moments, comma, its pride burned within it. That made Lou smile even wider. What did say? You're supposed to say, I'm melting. I'm really melting. But I'll give you a pass, as you no longer have a mouth, or a tongue, or a body. So long, scumbag. Anyone 640. Alright, here we go. Less than 1,500 to go. $82, I can take a timeout. Let's see if we get to 82. Lou said cheerily to the now puddle of goop before standing up and stretching languidly. Anyone else hungry? I don't know. We check. Okay. I have a weird hunkering for fondue. Rabbit fondue. Specifically. Hankering, not hunkering. Ah, that's okay. What is fondue? Pavlov asked. Oh, you're going to love it, Lou replied, putting his arm over the giant bearman barbarian shoulder, and as they walked back to the restaurant, it's a style of eating developed in medieval Europe, where you dip chunks of different food into boiling hot sauces. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but I promise it's amazing. Blue and his team made it back to the restaurant a few minutes later, along with the other running in to a few of the other teams who were also returning for a very early breakfast before turning in for an extremely late night. And while every team was exhausted, no one had died, and they'd conquered and annexed, and were in the process of annexing all the territory in between the second ring wall gatehouse and the first ring wall gatehouse. They'd completed in less than 24 hours what had taken them almost a week to accomplish. What had previously taken them over a week. Alright, let's get 220 more. Oh. 220 more. Let's go. Oh. One benefit, Lou thought, was that he was able to make it back to the kitchen before Diddy and his team, so he could make breakfast. And he did. As he decide what was for the coming meal. They were having fondue. Damn it. And that was that. He grinned and pushed open the kitchen doors with a flourish, and then his grin fell from his face as if he'd been slapped. Oh, hey Lou. Hey Demon Roo. Glad you could join us. We're making what? What are we making? Nightmare Donner. Did you bring any more of the fiery horses with you? We have over half a dozen, but I don't think that'll be enough meat for everyone. Did he explained? Butchering a quarter of a nightmare as he spoke. How the hell did you take out 20 different... How did you conquer 20 different areas and make it back before me? Lou asked, perplexed. Lou asked, completely perplexed as to how his diminutive friend was kicking his proverbial ass. Diddy paused his butchering and looked up at open and completely honest and smile on his face. Oh, that's easy. We just had... What's the dwarf's name? Hestia. Hestia, she's a dwarven cleric in service to the goddess Hestia, hence her namesake. Bless a small pond in the center of, wait, bless the water in the aqueduct that ran through our portion of the inner wall area. Killed all the undead in minutes. All we had to do was mop up the leftovers. Woo blinked as he ingested the words coming from Diddy's mouth. Bless the aqueduct. Huh. That's one hell of an idea. Diddy nodded back. Sure was. Sure was. I told Alvin the same. Simon and Theodore the same thing. You didn't come up with it? Lou asked. The bonobo shook his head in the negative. Nope. But those three were-chipmunks are more than they seem. I'd give them a second look over if I was you, Demaru. $82, $81, less than 1,000 to go. All right. Woo, not bad. 1:30. An hour and 10 minutes. It's not bad. Let's see how the streams are going. Still good on Kick. Yep. Good on Kick. Let's check out the Twitch. Good. What's up, Z.I. Kemmer? Thank you for joining. Alright, so that's good. The stream's going good. Yeah, Twitch, unstable. But, yeah, my bitrate's like 71,000 kbps, so that's why. Alright, let's finish this off, man. Let's knock this shit out. Blonk. Still good here. Okay. Where chipmunks. I think we'll just add it to the lexicon. Okay, we have 1,000 words. Oh, I'm tired. Oof. Stretch. Ah. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna get some more coffee. I'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll finish this. It'll be the last sprint. Yeah, we can finish this by 2-ish. Alright, back at 5. Ooh, 5 minutes. Okay, let's go. Last sprint. Let's knock it out. Man. 950. 900. 9:46 to go. Let's go. 9:46 to go. Now, what about them nightmares? Now, how about them Lou shrugged and pulled the dozen nightmare corpses from his spatial storage and placing them in the large meat cooler. Hey, buddy. Oh, here's Mikatsa. You got an ear infection. Oh. Gotta work. Meat locker. He then returned and began helping. Did he get breakfast ready? The recipe, the Bonobo Scion, was riffing off of was one that Lou had taught him during their stay at Count Cerulean Manor. The original recipe was based off the traditional Turkish kebab that was popularized in the early 21st century by German culture that they lovingly termed doner. Each culture, many cultures in the Earth's Middle Eastern areas and even the Central and South American continents had their versions of doner, but with different names. Greeks called them gyros, Lebanese said shawarma. Mexicans screamed taco. what they all were. But they were all basically meat inside a piece of hot flat bread. Shawarma. I love a good shawarma. I'd go for a good shawarma. Maybe the wife will want to go to shawarma tonight. That'd be cool. Saudi Arabia. Maybe Syria. I don't know about now though. Some of the best fucking shawarma. Some of the best shawarma. Diddy's version was Diddy's twist was not only using nightmare as the protein, but combining a selection of traditional Middle Eastern spices with historically Mexican ones, giving the doner, giving the meat that was going to be cooked on the vertical rotisserie a unique flavor, one that most gastronomic aficionados would never had thought to put together, let alone have the chance to experience. The closest comparison would be the Al Pastor taco from Lebanese immigrants from Mexico City that was developed by Lebanese immigrants and blending cultures with the Mexican culture, but it had happened so long ago. Most of the Middle Eastern flair had disappeared. Hi, what's up, cat? Want to say hi? Oh, this is my other buddy, Winston. He is 20. this year. Hi. He has hyperthyroid. It means he eats all the time. Hi, buddy. Oh. 720 words to go. Hi. Okay. Okay, buddy. This. Please. Okay. Hi. I am going to give him some food, and I'll be back to knock the rest of this out. Sorry. Come on, buddy. Let's go get you something to eat. Be right back. Alright, they're fed. Sons of beaches, they're fed. Door's shut. Let's knock this out. 720 something words. Oh, the song is the song. This is the song. Let's go. 720. Let's go. Diddy had unknowingly recreated something that had been lost, and Lou was more than impressed. The dish had some buffs, some amazing buffs, as well as tasted damn good. He told Diddy as much. They finished prepping the ingredients, and then Lou used his creation magic to take the meat and put them all, then layer them on a giant spit, the way that they had done over 2,000 years ago in ancient Turkey. Though back then it was known as by a different name and was part of the Byzantine Empire, which itself was the last remnant of the Roman Empire. So one could say that the doner or the kebab came from ancient Rome. Little history lesson. That thought made Lou smile as he pulled out the completed layered meat, giant meat skewer. What are they called? Shish kebabs. Oh well, that's shish kebab skewers, and placed them on the rotisserie with Diddy's assistance. They repeated the process 5 more times and turned on the heat, and then let the meat cook while prepping the rest of the ingredients. These were all Lou's show. He began to call out instructions to Diddy and the rest of the kitchen, his kitchen team. Cassia grabbed the labnum, lebnum. What is it? Labna. Lebna? Labna. Yeah, labna. Alvin, head to the walk-in and grab me all the ingredients. Oh wait. And get grab enough tabbouleh and chickpeas so we can get the salad and the hummus going. Simon, you are on spit. Shish kebab. Kebab watch. Theodore. I need you juicing strawberries and oranges. Make twice as much as you think you'll need, and then double it. Wu was back in his element, in his happy place, the kitchen, cooking and commanding it like the captain on his ship during a storm. The inherent difficulty in cooking comes from not the... That song was like, that's like what I'm about, is that upbeat, happy kind of do. It's really like what's the word? It's a real what's it call it? A real just a mood enhancer. You know, gets you in a groove. Some of them, this one I'm not too into. Well, it's not bad. Okay, it's pretty good. Let's let it go. The act of cooking, though it is a process that is easy to learn, but difficult to master, but from timing. Timing is everything in cooking. In a kitchen, from cooking to plating to eating, time is the most important factor after taste, because time directly and inversely affects how much a diner will enjoy their meal. All right, 406 to go. Let's do it. It is for this reason that almost the entirety of those in the restaurant industry understand at a fundamental level how quantum theory and works. The quantum theorists The string theorists quantum engineers and physicist class in aggregate will argue till they turn blue in the face about which mathematical principle is correct in explaining how the physical universe works, or but they will all miss the forest from the trees. Da, 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 da. Most people will ask the question, how in the hell would it even be remotely possible for a bunch of low-educated, though not all, service industry workers to understand the most confusing scientific theory out there to the point, at a more fundamental level than those who pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to be educated in it. Simple. On the job training. Lou had found from personal experience, from profoundly what? And from vicious, vicarious? No, from... It's a little loud. From... Lou had found that the difference between the theoretical and actual was experience. The scientific world, academia, and other bubble, self-contained bubbles of society all suffered from the same exasperatingly simple problem: lack of real-world experience. At some This had been drilled into Lou during his training during his first Special Forces training, Ranger School. Nothing, and Lou meant nothing, was a substitute for experience. It was the reason that every single elite unit in every military throughout the world in his past life trained as if it was the actual mission. Most people watch too many movies and had a unrealistic belief that when the going got tough, the tough got going. When in reality, when the going got tough, those who thought they were tough got dead. Usually, horribly. And usually in surprisingly horrible, yet comical ways. Lou remembered one time a overconfident ex-colleague had been beside him before a skydive, before a mission where they needed to skydive and drop in from on the target from the in to get the drop on their target. They had never skydived before, but were completely confident that they'd be fine. An hour later, what was left of them was digesting in the bellies of the crocodiles that had dined on them when his lack of experience landed him in the only body of water for miles that contained crocodiles. the universe did sometimes give those who deserved it their uppance? Despite popular belief. Diddy and Lou, with the help of Diddy's team, finished cooking and brought platters of nightmare shish kebab and all the fixins out to the main dining room. Lou brought up the rear and a large serving tray. In his hands, the delicious meat sent wafting up around him as he went over the recipe and its buffs. Nightmare shawarma shish kebab. Bonuses and ability buffs. Along with the rest of the backed up messages. Look at that, 83:20, 83:30, 2 hours, 1 hour, 53 minutes. Yeah, boy. Okay, I'm done. It's Saturday. Aha! See, still done. Woo! Okay. Alright. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2 more pages. 4, 5, and 6. 3 more pages. Alright. It's probably loud music. Sorry, everybody. It's one of those days, you know. Finished for Saturday. I will be back tomorrow. Kick creator. Thank you for watching on Kick. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me now. Thank you for watching on Twitch. If you have any questions, ask me now. Stream manager, yeah, YouTubes, I don't think anybody is watching. Bang, bang. Nope. Nope, no viewers on Tubes. We've had views, but no viewers. 1 on Twitch, 1 on Kick. Alright, hey everybody, thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I think we are doing a podcast with my buddy Dom. This one. The Storyforge. This one here. So it's pretty fun. So yeah, we'll check it out. Anyway, I'm done. Deuces, enjoy your weekend. Bong bong.